Always from the sheet. Doesn't compromise. She's seen this world before the shoulders. But the mind stay at comprise. She used to dream my high rises. Full of surprises. Silence comes in second place. The perfect timing. Used to swear that I was ready. Go back then I wasn't rhyming funny. Other came from staying in my dormant. What the fuck is with my arm, dog? College change. So Father, grant me presence. Right now, just help me feel your presence. Immortal presence. Praise at every level to stand for lesson. Call me Lauren as I. Yo. Welcome to the motherfucking neighborhood. Happy motherfucking Friday Eve. Happy motherfucking Friday Eve. If it's your first time in the neighborhood, in the motherfucking neighborhood, make sure you bring it back to the bottom of the map. I feel like I look so fat, like I gotta at least stand up and show y'all that I'm not fat, a little fat, Jesus. But all my fatness all in the camera. But we'll talk about that too. It's crazy shit. But if it's your first time in the motherfucking neighborhood, make sure you bring it back to the bottom of the map. Make sure you bring it back all the way to the beginning. Make sure you go check out a video called Welcome to the Neighborhood. Watch all the way from the beginning and to the point you came in on the journey. If you came in the middle of the journey, continue watching. This is the story of wherever God's taking me in my life. If you want to know a little bit about the channel and why I am doing what I am doing, fast forward to a video called The Thing About Hope. I'm just trying to give you some jewels along the way to wherever I'm going in my life. That part, man. So today it was Thankful Thursday, but I feel like Testimony Tuesday and Thankful Thursday will be the same thing. So I'm gonna do Thorough Thursday. I am having body issues. I'm all in my head because I'm people in my energy that's fucking with my head, and I'm going to actually have a conversation with that person. I will let you guys know how that go. Pluto. Okay, so Mars is, and I always mess up. Mercury is in a shadow period of retrograde. Mars is in retrograde and Neptune is still in retrograde. Pluto just went direct. And I'll say this, I was watching an astrologer and they was like, this gonna be hard. This gonna be a very hard, let me back this up, because I feel like it's too close to a real bitch. I told y'all body image issues. Like a bitch going through it. And I look like a snack, but I'm still going through it right now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna share this journey with y'all. I'm gonna be as human as I can be with y'all. Cause I know I'm not the only human going through this. I know I'm not the only woman who struggle with shit like this. I know all of that. So I'm gonna have this conversation with you guys. So Thorough Thursday, thinking about my thoughts and how to push through whatever energy this is in. So yesterday, like at work, so I told you guys that Mars is retrograde in my fucking is retrograde in my, my 5th house, and I told you guys one of the lessons was to keep me from going back to where I came from. When I was younger, I used to like flash out. Like where I'm from, flash out means really just spaz out on people. Just in that moment, curse them out, maybe throw some shit, maybe flip over some shit. Like, and it's never unwarranted. Like I'm not the type of person that'll just flash out for no reason. Like it's Tuesday, I'm gonna flash out. It's more of a you push me, and now I'm gonna give you this work when I should have just said something in the first place. But especially when it comes to work, it's not always a lot of things that you can say and you can do. Sometimes you just gotta take that lick and keep going. So like it's a lot of things at work that's trying to pull me back into the me that'll cause me to lose the journey or all the work that I've been putting in. To be honest with you, it's a lot of things. Like I know that if I respond the way I want to respond, everything that I've been working on would probably go out the window. And so I kind of look at that as Pluto being direct. I look at that with Pluto being direct. I looked at that. I assess that as Aries, Mars being retrograde in Aries with Pluto going direct, and Saturn is direct now. And so it's just some lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's just some, like, people, places, and things will most certainly try you to, to ruffle your feathers to see if you learned the lesson that you were supposed to learn, to get to wherever God is, man, God is taking you. Like, I really want to cry right now because I'm so frustrated. I'm so mad. Like, I just want to spaz out. I want to, like, it's one of them places where I tell you sometimes it's best to walk away and save yourself a case. I'm probably going to call my mentor, and tell her just kind of how I'm feeling about the situation. Because, like, I'm hot. I'm fish grease hot. Like, one thing about me, especially when we deal with business, I don't like passive aggressiveness. I don't like indirectness because I'm a very direct woman myself. And even if it's with business, it's a certain way to do things. And sometimes, it ain't really about you. And that's the thing too. And it's just like, I gotta really kind of take a step back and not take it personal, even though I know it was meant to be a personal jab, even though I know it was made to make me wanna, like, let me see if she that angry black woman. Let me see if she that woman that she always joke about with cursing people out. Let me see who you are. Let me see if I can make you go back to the person that you have grown, out of the, if I can bring you back to, that. And it's been several situations and several things said that I have really just let slide. And I feel like as a woman, like, my pride, it's a pride thing. It's just like in my head, it's like, you gonna let that bitch talk to you like that? you gonna let this nigga say this shit to you? But my higher self and the God in me is like, well, what happened last time you responded when somebody said something, did this to you, and how did that turn out? Did you learn your lesson? And, what is this really about? Amber Khan, I have this quote in my mirror that says, don't give people what you think they should have, give them what they want. And so, I mean, like, sometimes when you look at situations and people count you out because you're younger than them, or they just, some people just human and they got their own lessons and journeys to learn in life. And no matter, especially with me being a seer and me having a spirit of discernment, I can see things that other people can't see. And it's like a mom that has to watch their child get chastised because, like, they just got to go through that journey. Like, I know you about to touch this fire. I know it's hot, but you too prideful for anything else. I can't tell you anything, so you just really got to learn it. And like you said, a person that's never wrong is not teachable. A person that's not teachable, you can't really grow with them. And so that's kind of a lesson I got to learn too. But yesterday, like, a lady slick called me unprofessional. But she did it in such a roundabout way. And I feel like, one, I think business is all about the relationships you have with people. And it's one thing to if you have a problem with something I'm doing, it's one thing to come to me directly and tell me you have a problem. But another thing is to kind of like try to play it off and make sure and do it in front of everybody, and then make it seem like, it's for everybody when everybody know that it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like an embarrassing technique, and I don't like that. If you really were for my good, you would have done that differently. It's not to say everybody would have done, everybody gonna move the way you move, but sometimes, like, I could just read you, and I could read that how whatever was done to me yesterday was done in such a way to get a reaction out of me. Y'all, let me tell y'all, we being 1,000, we doing hustling collagen water. We hustling 101. We talking about the real shit. We talking about this what Pluto direct with Neptune fucking retrograde, Mars retrograde, and Mercury in the shadow period look like. And it's that phase where, like, yesterday, if I could explain to you, or I show you how I worked my, like, understanding that Mars and all of these planets are in retrograde and Mercury is in retrograde, and how I use it to my benefit. Me knowing and being a novice astrologer, I understand that, one, communications can be sideways, but two, Mercury is the time of you know what I'm saying? Rethink, replan, redo. And what I had to do is rethink what I was going to say before I reacted. Because had I not, that could have turned out retarded. That's funny. That's funny to me. I needed that laugh. But it could have turned out very poorly, and it really could have derailed a lot of the plans that God got for me. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, especially feel like with the planets in the way that they are, like I said, some astrologers said that yesterday would be a difficult day, and it was. Like, knowing how to maneuver through these waters and understanding and really sitting down and taking some time to, you know, think through what's going on in this life and what's the move. I came too far for anybody to knock me off. And the crazy thing is, I told this young lady, you know, a little bit about me, and for her, I feel like when you're vulnerable with a person and they use a vulnerability, or they come at you in a way that's disloyal or dishonest, or just very snide and underhand, like they try to make it look like something is not. But when I see you, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing too. And two, like, don't shade me. Don't use my vulnerabilities against me. And then the crazy thing is, God, like, even though this is, I still need you to be more vulnerable. What time is it? Because I gotta still read for my fucking class. 37. All right. So there's that. And so as far as the body shaming thing, so I lost a lot of weight, and I gained some weight, and I wanted to gain weight, but I got this friend, this ex, and he just him, and I don't know, I'll let you know how it worked out, but he just, like, jokingly, he's like, you fat, and I'm not as small as I used to be, but I really like my size. And it's crazy because no matter how much I like my size, sometimes people outside of you can still make you feel a way about the way your progress. And I know that he is personally going through some things in his life, but just because you're going through some things and I understand doesn't mean I have to tolerate the disrespect. And he just joking. And so maybe it's just me being sensitive because of, you know, all of the planets and me being in my emotions. But I'll say this, even if I am being sensitive, if I don't want you to make a joke about something because I'm still building that muscle or building that strength, I'm going to let you know. And if you continue to do that, you can no longer be in my life. I don't care if it's too sensitive. I don't care. I have a right to feel the way I feel. And so on top of this lady, and this man at work, is just like, I'm really seeing the true colors of people, and it kind of fuck with me. But it's just like, you know, one, I don't want to take that energy from them onto him and just be a little extra sensitive because they, you know, would I laugh at the jokes, you know, if I hadn't had that, or if I wasn't going through that, or, you know, would I not? But even with all of that, like, at this moment, I'm gonna have to have that conversation because I'm my stomach not as flat as it used to be. I am working on it, and I'm right now, that's something I have to work on too. I am in a moment of I'm like in a moment of growth. I lost my train of thought, but I'm like in a moment of growth. I'm in influx. I ain't all the way there yet, and so it's just like, you know, but don't get it twisted. Like, I'm fine, and I show you guys my videos partially for you and partially for me, just to track myself. Like, I'm in a moment of rush. Like, I realize that, and the lesson right now for me is to fucking slow down. Like, to fucking slow down. I don't want to slow down. I want to go fast, but I can't. I want everything. Look, don't judge me, but my boobs are huge, so I gotta adjust them hoes. I'm just at a place where I want to be. I want to be there now. I want to be at all the places now. And even as far as my home, I told you I went to my homegirl house, and her home is gorgeous. And all my friends, they have all these gorgeous homes. And I'm even falling back into the place of comparison. And yo, all of these are things that we do. All of these things are things that are human. And I'm sharing this with you because it's human. And I don't want you to ever think that, people just wake up and don't compare and don't, like, yeah, like, that's a thing. But, like, I gotta remember that everything for a reason. And, like, I live in a dollhouse. Like, I do. And I'm grateful. And if I'm trying to use the definition my sister gave me, I'm really probably a minimalist. Like, I don't really have too much new shit in my house. I buy new shit. I'm working on getting a bed, but I'm working on building some stuff. But, like, everything I have is okay. And people will come in because of their deficits and tell you where you lack. And after, like, I've taken the road of, not dimming my shine to fit in. And the more you don't dim your shine, the more people don't like that. And to me, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's just like the more that you accept you, the more people come after you for being who you are, and try to tear you down and make you feel like you're nothing. Like yesterday when that lady was like, this is unprofessional. Like, one, I do this in everything I do. Anybody in the company know that if something says this, Leanne sent it. And for her to just say that, like, one, she needs to be careful of her words. And I think as a boss, like as any boss, be mindful of how you treat the people under you. You know what I'm saying? You want people who will ride or die for you, but when you subconsciously throw blows at them, or your jealousy seeps out, or you try to over control things, sometimes that could be more detrimental than it is beneficial to you and your business and your team. And so for me, what that made me want to do is withdraw. But that's what is wanted as well. So I'm not gonna withdraw. Shit, this your party, not mine. This your show, not mine. So as long as I'm in your show, I'm gonna do what you say. But even if I know that there's better, like, even if I know what could help you, even if it's not about me, this is not my lesson, it's your lesson. And sometimes we got to let people learn their lesson. And I ain't the one that give it to you. All I know is that God is my shepherd, I shall not want. I'm going to let God lead me. I told you he was my bodyguard. So, like, the thing is, like, if you are doing something for my bad, God meant it for my good. And when God mean things for my good, like, you might be using me, but just trust me, God gonna use you. I ain't that person. I just keep my head down and I keep hustling. But that shit hurt my feelings yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Especially, going as hard as I do and working as hard as I do, and with all the feedback we get, the positive feedback, you try to come at me sideways in front of everybody and make it look like something is not. I don't know if other people saw it or not, but I'm like, the nigga mentality of me come out like, oh, that's not Gucci. But the thing is, I see it and I'm growing. And that's just kind of the way it is. So Thorough Thursday, I think will kind of be an assessment of how things are going this week. It's still a good week. Like, I'm still blessed. I'm like Donna Lawrence say, I'm still blessed and on the way to my destiny. But on the way to your destiny, well, because destiny is not a destination, but still fulfilling my destiny. But the thing is, and face wash. But the thing is, just because you blessed it on your way to your destiny and fulfilling your destiny, don't mean that it's going to be pretty along the way. Don't mean that you're not going to come up to everybody. I feel like I'm in the big bout. If we're making it analogous to the video game analogy that I like to talk about. I don't know if I ever shared that with you guys. I will at some point, but it'll make sense in hindsight. I got some phlegm. It'll make sense in hindsight, but I got lots of teas today. I got y'all know I'm all over the place. I got chamomile. I got my echinacea. I got my I need to put a detox. And I got my stress tea. Bitch, I had to do a stress tea this morning. My stress tea quote says, if we give happiness to others, we will end up happy. But I'm in the big boss battle. And it's just like, okay, you exhausted your last two lives. Let's see what you learned. and if you could beat this and get to the next level. So I'll keep you up on the progress. But Street Fighter, I'm saving my edges. I got book club today. I'm actually about to hop off here, finish reading for book club, create the PowerPoint. I have a town hall meeting today, then my book club, and then work, and then I have a training at 2. And also, people will use you for your energy. They'll talk about that shit, but then use you because it look good. That's a thing too. You know what I'm saying? That's a thing that I'm learning too. That's funny to me. Like, you will talk about everything that you will hate everything about me, but use it to your benefit. I don't really like that either. Thorough. Being thorough is understanding and looking through, parsing through everything around you and accepting the environment. I don't accept the environment I'm in, but I understand it. And if you understand it, you can move through it. I'm not pleased with how I was treated. I'm not pleased, but that ain't my battle. I'm just here to do God's will, and you ain't really stopping that because you want me to do something different. When I'm hustling for you, I'm going to move your way. When I'm hustling for me, I'm going to move my way. This ain't about me, and this ain't about you. And when people realize that, they'll know. They'll move through life much, much, much easier. So with that being said, all right, guys, I really, really love how I look right now. Like, outside of, because, you know, regardless of, I told you one of my things is working with negative thinking. Regardless of, you know, I tell you the things I fight with because I want you to be honest. I want to be honest with you, and I want you to be able to interact, like, to understand another human goes through human things. But, bitch, I'm cute. Like, I love my tattoos. I love my nose ring. I love everything about me. And the more I love me, the more niggas hate me. But like I said, I can't let that be my motivation. I woke up, did some crunches this morning. I think that's something I'm going to add. Can't wait to get my waist trainer. Progress. Baby steps. And sometimes I have to be more patient than I am. And I think this is a test in patience. This is a test in endurance. I wrote down something. I was listening to somebody. I'll share that with you guys next time. Patience, endurance, testimony. A test. You can't have a testimony without a test. And so this is just yet another test that I'm going through. But y'all already know I got some things in the motherfucking pipeline that I'm about to bring into fruition. So pray for me, pray for my protection, pray for my mind, pray for my just like my sanity. You can't take me back. You know, I know you want to take me back. I know a lot of people want to take me back, but I came too far, and I ain't come this far to only come this far. I ain't sacrificed the shit that I came through to only come this far. So that's my hope for y'all today. This is my thorough Thursday. That shout out to the Philly niggas. The one that called me fat. He from Philly. He from Philly, and he always talks to me about being thorough, and he part of the reason why I am as thorough as I am. So there is that. It is motherfucking Friday Eve. Look, with all the planets doing what they doing, look into your energy and see how it's affecting you. Understand that, yo, sometimes you want to pop off, but you absolutely can't. Like, as it's what I'm going to say going to progress me towards my goal, towards healing the nation, or whatever your goal is. And if it's not, then don't do it. Then don't do it. That's my tip for Thorough Thursday. I'm just being honest with y'all. That's what I got going. I was going to pull a card for y'all, but it's been 24 minutes, and I told y'all I still got to read this little chapter and create a PowerPoint and present to people at 11 o'clock today. So I'm going to do that. Last night, I just rested. I need to wash clothes. My clothes are disgusting. They're all over the house. I need to get a washer and dryer, but that's the thing, too. Well, they're not all over the house, but it's a big pile of dirty laundry. So no Kelly Rowland. So there's that. All right, guys, this was a bit more of a serious talk, but this is the intricacies of business. This is the intricacies of corporate America. This is the intricacies of life. This is the intricacies of growing and really trying to become whatever it is that you want to become. King of Swords, King of Wands. And it's crazy. They just popped out. Don't be too quick with the tongue. The King of Swords, like, that's me. At both of these motherfuckers is me. And I gotta know these me and understand being in tune with your star player is super important because I know this is me. And when you know this is you, you gotta understand the damage that you can do. And so you can't You can't wield your sword or wield your fire fucking every 2 seconds. Like, everything don't require the sword and everything don't require to be burned down. Sometimes you just gotta notice who you are. And when people see you like this, where my hold on, I'm looking through the deck for this shit. When people see you, and sometimes people will see you, sometimes people see you like this, not knowing that you really this. And it's not your fault when people see you like this. And sometimes, like my friend told me this weekend, sometimes it's just God putting a cover over you, because if people knew you was this, they would come at you a lot harder. But when people treat you like this and look at you like this, they're not going to come at you a certain way. So sometimes people look at you like this when you really this. Sometimes God puts a cloak over you to make you look like this because you really this. Because if people knew you was really this, then they would try to kill you, take you out. So sometimes God got to make you appear to others less than what you really are. And it's not about you, it's about them. Just because you can't see this don't mean I'm this. And when people try to impose this upon you, you got to be so secure in this and being a king and a queen that the fact that they think that you're this, just be like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. And so a lot of people think I'm this, but I'm really this. But the goal is cementing my mental stability and my mental foundation, and knowing that I'm this. Being in tune with my star player, and just because somebody called me this, not letting my feelings get hurt. And that's hard. It's not very easy. But message, sometimes people gonna see you like this. Let them see you like this. This is God. Sometimes this is God protection. Shout out to Sheila. Y'all saw Sheila was like, sometimes people gotta see you like this. Sometimes people gotta see you as a child, but they don't really know that you got all this. A lot of kings, when they trying to get kings and queens out of places for safety and protect them, they hide them. They cloak them as commoners. Because if everybody knew who they were, they'd be knocked off along the path. So if I appear as a commoner to you, so be it. Don't be a person. Don't be this person. Don't be the person who views people like this and not really see their worth. And even so, and even if you do see me as this, just a message, and then I'm going to dip off this bitch. Even if you do see me as this, you got to understand that I am that. And that this is not the end of the road. And that regardless of if I am a page, bitch, I'm going to grow into this. So if you want to treat a page like it's not shit, you don't understand the process of life. Pages they don't stay pages for their whole life. They grow into fucking kings and queens, bitch. So if you want to fucking treat a page like it's not shit because you're an idiot, then that's on your body. And that's not directed to anything or anybody, anyone. But that's a fucking read. And if you're offended, you will be offended. One of the fuck ass niggas that fired me from fucking AAA, that nigga used to always say only offenders will be offended. His bitch ass will be fucking offended. So if people see you like this, treat you like this, but you know you this, what you mad for? Like my sister always tell me, like she called my little niece a boy, and my little niece always get mad. And my sister was like, why you get mad? You know you're not a boy. So, and also when you get mad, why is that triggering you? Fuck, the fucking card mirror from the Oracle deck pops up in my head. Why does that trigger you? So, and that's the thing I'm figuring out too. When people do things like that, you need to figure out why that's triggering you, because wherever God taking you, you need to get that shit under control before you get to where you going. So I'm just in training, motherfucker. The Hierophant card, I'm learning from the universe. I know that I'm this on the inside. People may view me as this. I may even be this right now to some people, but I know this where I'm going. I'm this already. But it is what it is. All right, guys. Late in the midnight hour. All right. Y'all go be great. Go get it. This was a 30-minute video. Thorough Thursday. I guess we got to be thorough on motherfucking Thursday. Y'all go get it. I'm going to take us out on Chica. Have a great motherfucking day. Hey, don't move through the planet seamlessly. Move through the energies, learn the energies, figure out how you can use them to your benefit. Don't let the bastards get you down. Rihanna voice. And have a great motherfucking day. It's motherfucking Friday. No, it's not Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday fucking Eve. Happy bitch. Friday motherfucking Eve, motherfuckers. Hey, without a deal. I feel this facts. See that shit bottom of the deck. Who this for? I ever had. This is for all the supporters I ever had. I ain't going back. Hey.